Genshin Impact players love big numbers. They like to read about things like Graham's number on Wikipedia and watch Kurzgesagt videos on big black holes. They love it when they do one more damage against that one Hilicho in the abyss that already lasts as long as a baby lasts under a nuclear explosion, which is cool and all. But going onto YouTube and seeing all of these maximizing damage videos, I feel like the balance of the universe is broken. To solve this issue, let's ask ourselves, what even is the lowest damage? So where do we even begin? Looks like Apple saved us from a lot of theory crafting. But then the question becomes, what is the longest possible battle you can even have in this game? A patch cycle is 40 days, so you can only play to this much, but in case you get lucky and this Ayaka patch follows through, then you can get 6 times longer playtime. So let's consider a hypothetical scenario where every single video game in China has been forbidden from updating thanks to the CCP or whatever. With some simple maths, we can use time equal to HP divided by DPS. Recall that our DPS is equal to 0.
Black holes are one of the strangest things in existence.
Let's choose a better DPS value instead of a 0 because that causes a lot of problems. To do this, we have to find the weakest possible character. Since I'm lazy, I'm just gonna assume that most characters scale off attack, which is where the damage comes from. I'm gonna be choosing Barbara in this case due to her low base attack and talent scaling, as well as being a slow attacker overall. On the other side of the room, let's pick our enemy. In this case, let's go for more HP equals better, aka this local legend in Fontaine. It only has 1.58 million HP at level 93, and it has a shield that increases its resistance to 210%, which actually gives it an effective HP of nearly 15 million. This works because resistance of 75% and over are calculated with a separate equation, as shown here in the Keqing Main's website. I currently have no artifacts on my Barbara, and this is what the damage should look like according to the math. Let's see if this is true or not. Okay, not you. Of course there's gonna be rounding involved in this case. Okay, there you are.
Nice.
Then we can replace the stats of our Barbara with a true level 1 Barbara with absolutely nothing, yielding these numbers. I then proceeded to measure the time in a really crude way using my video editor. We can then do some simple maths to find the average DPS, which will allow us to estimate the amount of time that we have to spend to beat this guy. Now that's a pretty long time, but we can actually do slightly better. In co-op mode, the HP of enemies actually multiplies by 2.5, which means the time taken could potentially also be 2.5 times longer. Surely this is as long as it gets. Or is it? Remember these two guys lying around? That's such a pain in the ass to beat. And they have a crap ton of HP as well. Since Vivian has the lower HP of the two, we're gonna have to dispose of him for today's video. Ninian is immune to Barbara's normal attacks, so we have to incorporate physical damage in there somewhere. She can use any of the physical damage weapons. Another idea is to give her that 4-piece clam set for the physical damage, but Barbara is a healer, so she can actually get stronger from this. But what kind of Hydro Catalyst character doesn't heal? Oh yeah, I forgot you exist. She has Prototype Amber, and she has no artifacts. We're gonna go for these. Which one? This is physical damage bonus with no HP. This one has HP as well, so it's not good. All of these have HP. It's like the game wants me to have HP. Damage on the clam set is only dependent on the cumulative healing as well as the enemy's resistance. Here I'm taking into account the HP, the healing bonus, and the enemy's resistance, which gives us these two numbers.
Written in the stars.
Nice.
The equation actually works, so let's copy the HP of level 1 Mona and plug it into our program.
98.7298
Back to Barbara it seems. You may recall the good old days where you tried to break Abyss Mage shields with the wrong element. What's going on here is that this damage is being converted into elemental gauge units, and by taking 1 divided by this entire thing, you can find out the amount of time it takes to break the shield. And I found this guy with 56 gauge units of Frozen. At level 90 he has 194,000 HP. Adjusting his defense and putting these numbers into Excel, we find that it takes over 100 hours to beat this guy, in 4-player co-op at least. So at the end of the day, that local legend still takes the W. But is this even the most we can do? Oh yeah, I forgot these guys existed. Abyss Mages at level 90 have 48,000 HP, with a shield worth 5 times its own HP. When it loses the shield, it has a 25-second downtime, which lets Barbara do some damage. We can then do some math and figure out that throughout this entire battle, she would have to break the shield 300 times to beat this guy. Summing up all the numbers, we end up with 11 million seconds as a battle duration, just to beat one Abyss Mage. Okay, but what if this is in 4-player co-op mode? Oh man, 1.8 years of non-stop playing. And that is probably the longest time you can fight one enemy for. In the present. You see there are 4 Abyss Mage types at the moment, and 7 elements in the game, which leaves a spot for the Dendro Abyss Mage, and this is where Nahida comes in. Let's give her the same build as Mona from before, so she'll also be doing about the same damage. But thanks to her next to no energy generation, each hit will take 4 times longer. Here are the damage numbers. She does way more damage with her normal attacks, but to break the shield that takes only physical damage, this is the DPS, which is absolutely tiny. This wastes so much time that it ends up taking this many seconds to beat him, which is already over a year. And yes, I could have used Excel to convert this, but it just doesn't look as cool. In 4-player co-op mode, this is 6.5 years. A very wise use of time. Okay, wait, I think I forgot to put this new HP value into the equation instead I used the old one. Let's fix that.